Hello, I'm going to talk about my 5D reality and what it means to live from a 5D perspective. Um, Living in 3D, you have to do a couple things. You have to realize that you have a higher self, and you keep having a higher self, and that's a self you that is at the higher level of consciousness that always knows what's best for you. Um, you have to realize that time does not exist, and you'll start to realize in 5D the mechanics of realizing that time don't exist and how time actually works. And you'll start to realize everything from a new perspective, completely different from your old perspective. Um, we live in multiple realities simultaneously playing out together. You can pick whatever you want for your life. Um, One of the most important thing to live 5D is actually to live with love in your heart, unconditional love. And the way I get to this, commune to this, is through meditation. When I wake up in the morning, I either do a walking meditation or a regular sit down meditation, and I will actually try to achieve unconditional love for all conditions and all thoughts. The problem is people try to achieve unconditional love and they're not really achieving unconditional love. You'll know when you're achieving unconditional love because things won't bother you anymore. Nothing will cloud your judgment. You'll be sitting there and you will just feel bliss over yourself. And everyday normal problems will not arise and won't bother you like they were. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I live in 5D all the time, but I can definitely acquire 5D consciousness. And one of the benefits to having 5D consciousness is you actually have the ability to step out of your life, to step out of your reality, and actually look at life from a different point of view. Um, you actually feel calmer, more loving, understand situations better. Um, Sometimes there's changes in your life that change and things change and they need to change and you don't realize that from a 3D perspective. But when you get the 5D reality perspective, you start to realize, oh, that change, I really needed that change. And if I was living in a 3D with time, where time was important and I wasn't feeling unconditional love, I wasn't meditating and communing with my higher self, then you would not realize certain things are for the best, and you would not be partaking in a more evolved way of life. This is actually amazing. I've never seen anything like it. It's all about looking within yourself and pulling everything you need out of yourself. They talk about people that turn into hermits and these Buddha masters and stuff that work with Zen, or people that work with Zen going off and not talking to people for years. And they can do that because they're completely happy with themselves. One of the most important things you need to do to obtain 5D consciousness is love yourself. Once you love yourself and fix yourself, you can allow yourself to love everybody else unconditionally. Sure, I see things that I don't like, but actually, from a 5D perspective, if I pull myself to that level and look at things, um, they don't bother me. Actually, I think they're quite funny. Now, the same things in a 3D perspective, I would get mad about. Um, but from a 5D perspective, I would just laugh and shrug it off and be like, huh, you know, if I wasn't feeling this unconditional love for everything right now, then guess what? I would definitely be mad about that, but it's kind of funny that I would be mad about that because it's not doing anything good for me. And I created this video because I found people that were talking about being starseeds and stuff on the internet, but when my chakras got opened up and I started looking through my third eye, I really was not aware of what was going on, and there was really nothing I could turn to actually help um, me get through the feelings that I was having. I was having unreal feelings. I was very sick for weeks. Um, it's something that I wasn't ready for. But now that I am experiencing 5D consciousness, it's great. It's fantastic. I love it. It allows me to look at life with a set of eyes that I never had, and that's the best way I can describe it. If you'd like to learn anything more about 5D, let me know, and I'll post it.